Necrotic triggers!
Death metal triggers!
Necrotic triggers!
DMDS!
Right, so this week we got Necrot Mortal, which was released this year in August on Tank Crimes. And Necrot are a three-piece band from California, and this is their sophomore effort, I believe they say in traditional
Spanish
music media. And I think it's very good.
I agree with you. I do think it's very, very good.
Yeah, I concur actually.
Shall we so the first track's Your Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I goes hard.
It does.
Yeah.
Riffs and backbeats really punch through.
It's got a really catchy hook on it.
Yeah.
As well.
I goes. There's certain points, and literally, the China cymbal drives it so hard where it just cuts through the whole song and the whole track.
Well, yeah, I suppose you listen to the drums more.
Yeah, I do listen to the drums more than everything.
Yeah.
But
weird.
then
it's my favourite instrument actually, but I tend to not.
Well, I can't not listen to it. It's like I guess you guys hear guitars and vocals
I
and
listen
stuff.
to the guitars more. So.
Yeah, I do listen to the guitars. I mean, I like drum more, but I mean, I don't know.
No, I wrote down the pause when they pause and then it goes da da da, and it comes back in.
Yeah.
Banging, mate, slaps. Literally, like, completely changed the dynamic of the song. I thought it was really good. Like, and then the blast beat in, like any backbeats, blast beats, man, like just driving the song hard. It was really good. I appreciated that first track.
I think that it really picks up on the second track though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's also what I wrote in my notes.
Do we want to do it song? Should we do song by song, or should we do it?
Yeah, we'll do
like...
song by song, man.
Okay. All right. My opinion. Okay. Yeah. Your Hell. Right. Controversial, apparently. In current circumstances, but good. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it, but I don't think it was spectacular. I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I've written like what I've actually written is it's straightforward, solid death metal.
Yeah,
it's got a catchy hook.
Yeah, same.
Well, it's like but we'll go on to the Dying Life, the second song.
I'll be honest. I said the same for Dying Life.
Do you want to hear what I said?
Go on.
Cannibal Corpse track with bolt thrower vocals patterns.
Okay,
that's what it was for me.
If we're talking about vocals, I want to say this is my first impression.
Not the actual sounding of it, how the vocals are said.
Like how it's used
of it. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Like I thought it was very like bolt thrower, like sharp, and then like it's sort of like up and down at the end. Like I really So Cannibal Corpse track with bolt thrower vocal pattern over the top. Basically, what the second song was for me. It's just standard, pretty good death metal.
I actually think that Dying Life is one of the best tracks on the album.
Okay, fair enough.
I've got that down as it's one of the best ones. So it's just fucking headbanger, man.
Yeah,
that's what I want when I'm listening to death metal.
Oh,
I've got no problem with it, but I mean, I
They-
want to say that it's Stench of Decay, right? Okay. Fucking.
No, wait, no. Can we go back
All right.
to
Okay.
Dying Life quick?
All right,
I wrote here. I really like the use of because he uses
yeah.
in that track.
You can't beat a good.
I can't. And then,
No, he does that a lot.
And then
He
the
does
one
that a lot.
thing, the one thing that really disappointed me about the ending of Dying Life is it went so like it's such a headbanging track and then just ends. It should have gone duh, ba ba,
Right, yeah.
duh, or
I
something
think
like that.
that's a criticism I had for a lot of the songs,
Yeah,
especially
they just sort of
especially
end.
the end of the album.
Yeah.
When it
No. I think it's perfect, but we'll get there.
Yeah, and then,
Right. Okay.
So
I'll
Stench of
quickly say.
Decay,
I'll
yeah?
quick.
The
No,
third.
hold on. I'll quickly say before we move on from the vocals point. I just want to say, like, there was a very familiar feel to this album for me because I felt like the vocals were obviously both of you know Maguire. I felt like the vocals were like a combination of Maguire just in terms of sound and this band I really really fucking love. It's probably one of my favorite bands. It's it's a Black Doom band called Faust Coven. It's like if they melded in the air and had some strange offspring. It had this like familiar feel to me. I don't know if you can you pick up on the sort of Maguire type vibe if you get what I'm saying, or the sound of the vocal.
Yeah, maybe. Now you mention it, but I hadn't really thought about it to be honest. But
Well,
it's not something I.
well,
You know, I mean, a lot of people obviously you overlook vocals, really, don't you, a lot of the time? But
yeah, unless it's like something like we say, keep mentioning Martin Van Drunen. He's got like
yeah, but you
he's
can't
got a
ignore
voice,
him.
You know, yeah,
Like,
but that's Martin Van Drunen's voice.
You can try,
Yeah.
but you can't. Like, he's kind of like what fucking King Diamond of death metal in that way. Like,
Yeah.
well, so Stench of Decay, the third track on the album.
all right, let me say it. Fucking riffs hard.
Yeah, I've got hard riffs.
I've got it. Just carries on where Dying Life left off.
All right, let me. Okay,
Carries
so
on.
for me, this is where the bangers begin.
Yeah.
It's got this kind of I'm trying to struggle to find a way to describe this. It's got the kind of riff that I really like, where it kind of it like it's rapping. It's like it's the same riff, but it's like it's slightly different. It's replayed in a slightly different way, and it just continues. And it's hypnotic, and it's really good.
What I call
It gets the boner going.
What I call this style of like that style of song, so especially with drum standpoint, is banging head beats.
Yeah.
So like it drives the guitar to do. It can do whatever the guitar can do whatever it wants because you're already banging your head to the drums.
Yeah.
So it's like it's got that beat.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
I also wrote down that this one has like a crash stop. So like you hear the massive cymbal hit, it stops, but the guitars continue, and then the drums come back in, and the guitars do something else. it's like that's always good in music. I always like that. Like it's not a breakdown in music, and it's not a pause. It's like a continuation, but it's a break. It's a nice like interlude into something else. I always find those really cool, really radical. So yeah,
Radical dude.
and then it
Give
come
me a
back
kick,
in, and I've put this in capitals. Backbeat City, because the drums again, man, backbeating hard.
What do you have to say about this, Warhound?
Which one are we on now?
Sleep
Stench
Forever.
of Decay.
We're still on Stench.
Wait. Oh no, wait. Yeah, we're still on Stench. Never mind.
Stench of, so I think
Skipped
I've
ahead
said
there.
all I had to say on it. It's just apart from the fact that the title is death metal as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess since I've fucking already said it, we'll move on to Sleep Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this song. Bit of a vibe change though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd say, okay, I'm glad that you guys picked up on that.
Yeah, I read when old school death metal, like proper. What
To
what
be
you
fair,
used
it's
to
all
listen to?
old school, man.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
I
not.
mean, like proper, like it's not. It's not like.
In my opinion, it's not as like there's not just the same sort of straightforward aggression to it. There's almost
Yeah.
like a sort of hopeless, like despair almost to it.
To
Like,
be fair, it's well placed for where because it's right
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's a little break because I've written down overall it's pretty relentless.
Yeah.
As an album, but it's it's under 40 minutes long, so it's not much
Well, it's
of
like
an issue. But
it's the same.
if you have a slower song, like, well, it's not that much slower, but it's a little bit of a vibe change.
It's enough to notice.
Yeah,
Like that's what you need. Like
put it right in the
it's,
middle is the way to go.
Yeah. Loved it.
But with this,
Good
where
funny
you
shit.
said it's slow, I thought Sinister Will was slower. Like
No. No. Are we ready to move on? Are we ready to move on?
I'm ready to go on Sinner Will. Because I think it's
Okay,
one of my...
I've got a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
so if you want to go
I'm happy for you to take it away, but I just want to say it's
have I
one of my
got the
favourite.
fucking
Okay.
songs mixed up?
I don't think so.
Sinister
You're
Will.
allowed to have your own opinion, bro.
No, because like Sleep Forever.
I don't think you do. I don't think
It's
you
like
do.
had all the ride hits in. Like all the leads and all the like.
I don't think that helps.
I wasn't listening to drums that
Okay,
much, man.
and then Sinister Will. I put slow but heavy. I would say it reminds me of a Monomath if a Monomath were death metal and not power metal. Also, the solo back into the heavy riff is banging.
Yeah,
So
man.
like
Okay.
that's what I wrote about Sinister Will. I just want to make sure I'm not writing that about.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So if you prefer me to go first, Warhound.
Yes.
I don't have a lot to say, so I'll go first and you go because
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm
Fair
pretty short. Yeah, I think it's like Dying Life. It's one of my favourites on there, and I've just written it's another banger. Like I haven't gone into detail on it, but it's
Right. So okay, Sinister Will is easily my favorite song on the album, and I think for me this is kind of testament to the philosophy of repeated listens to sort of calibrate your brain to the intent. Because
Mhm.
like I'll be honest, like the first time through, I didn't really pay attention to this song that much, and then I listened to it, and I was like, fuck, okay. Sort of like the landscape of this song, and that like that main hypnotic drilling riff. Um, it continues it on that sort of hopeless vibe from Asleep Forever, and I think it improves on it quite a lot for me. And like this, it when I listen to this song, and this is the first thing. This is kind of like the images that came into my head. The fucking first time that I properly appreciate it. It's like being like an old time fucking British Empire explorer or something, right? Lost in a desert. You've unearthed some like fucking eldritch text, like some forbidden tome,
yeah.
and this is nothing to do with the lyrics, like just to be clear, because I think the lyrics are talking about war or something, and
I
that's not anything to do with like what kind of how it made me sort of feel, but it's like you know you've found this fucking you're in a desert, basically you're lost in the desert, you found this forbidden tome of fucking knowledge, the desert's now claimed you, it's not letting you go, and you think you found an oasis, and then like the solo kicks in. And you realize it's just a fucking pit full of writhing skinned corpses. Like it's man, I love this song. Like it's so good. Yeah, I mean you can tell that I love it.
yeah. I think I don't think there's anything else we need to say about that. I think you've covered it. Shitbag, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, nothing.
No, I agree, man. It's a really good song, and like I say, it's one that and Dying Life are my favourite tracks on the album. I think.
Okay,
That one.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm glad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that song. Yeah, I like that's now like just permanently that's infused, and I'm definitely gonna continuously come back to that.
Nice.
Should we go on to Malevolent Intentions?
I actually, because I listened to this album before a few times. I kind of stopped writing things down here, and I just sort of listened. I just listened to it, because I was fucking into it. Yeah. Like, all right, let's get listen to this now.
The only, but I didn't write anything for this song, but I have a roundup of Mortal.
Yeah, I don't have too much like notes after that point. I guess like we all kind of on the same thing there.
Yeah, man, just start listening to it. Like it starts dragging you in. It's like you can't concentrate on anything else after this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's a proper full on. Like, this is death metal.
Yeah.
It's like you just need him to say at the start of the song, "This is pure fucking death metal, you bastards." I've been well into it.
So basically, you just need to listen to Asphyx a bit more.
Basically,
Always.
what we're saying is, Martin Verdrunen, do you want to be a guest on the Death Metal Dictionary?
Because I think we'd all dribble on you.
Yeah.
That's where the name come from, right? Death Metal Dick Swingers. The first time we ever, it come from Asphyx. I think it's from Death Hammer. There's a line where it's like, "Collecting the death metal bill," and we were on a ferry to Hellfest with
Egg.
and I can't remember it, but one of us started saying "swinging the death metal dick," and then yeah, that was it, man. It's Death Metal Dick Swingers. We wrote it on the beer bong, and
I know that you said we're going to swing our death metal dicks.
Yeah.
And I said swing them the death metal dicks, and then we all started laughing, and then everybody clapped. But no.
I was going to say it had to be when you said it that everyone started laughing.
Yeah. But no, because I meant like. But if you ask
Egg Lord.
who said it first, he will say he said it. But we all know.
He might have done. I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember.
No, he'll say.
Okay, all right. Can I just say this is like that? You know when I rocked up to the fucking holiday in the custom T-shirt, and it was Benoit with the Saint.
I kind of conceded on that because I'm not sure. So I'm like I swear I remembered.
I think you could be right because about 3 people fucking claimed that. You were one.
I
claimed it.
I'm
pretty
100% sure I drew that picture.
And then
Egg.
it was going on about like, oh, I've never seen my designs on a T-shirt before. So, someone is fucking wrong.
I am 100% sure I drew that. I drew that picture. 100%. I might not have done the quote.
Yeah, you didn't do the quote.
But I'm 100% sure I did that.
Okay, so maybe you did the picture.
No,
Egg.
he claims that he wrote fucking Tsunami of Steel. like he claimed stuff. And it's like,
Egg.
no, you didn't.
So in this scenario, there's 3 potential things here. So one person could have written the logo, written the tagline. One person could have drawn the thing, and then someone else could have put them together.
What
so
if
that could
all
explain
3 of
why
those
there's
things
3?
are true?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, anyway,
So-
lads. Anyway,
Let's get back to business.
anyway, we need to not talk about Benoit because that's also a spicy no-no, which we're not allowed to do spice on.
Oh,
this
it's a
anymore,
joke.
are
We don't actually think that. Like,
Well, I do.
Disavow.
All right, I'll say about malevolent intentions. I didn't have too much to say about it. But it, yeah, right, fucking bouncy as shit, really. Bouncy as shit riffs. Obviously, some people don't like that, but I do.
I like my groovy death metal though. Like it.
It gets you pumped. It makes you want to move.
Yeah, so Mortal is the last song, yes?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I I thought it was a nice end to the album. It should have faded out instead of.
Oh
just
no, it
coming
shouldn't have
to-
faded, man. It should have had a little. It should have had a,
Oh,
No.
nah. Okay, all right.
Because like
Okay, go
I
on,
don't know,
Warhound,
man. I
what you
don't know.
saying?
I
What-
don't
what
know.
you
What you saying, Warhound?
it
What you
should have
saying,
had
Warhound?
something else at the end, man. Because I wanted something else. Like I was like, yes, and then it just
Okay,
finished the riff,
all right.
and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like it built, like the riff come back in at the end, and it built you up to a disappointment finish.
Nah, no way. Okay,
wasn't-
this song is perfect. This song is a perfect ending. Okay, I think this is probably my second favorite song. It's the scale of this song.
Yeah.
And
It's long, innit?
I can
It's a long
see,
boy.
yeah. I can. It is, but I think it.
I didn't
lives
mean
up
it as
to
a criticism. I didn't mean it as criticism. I'm just saying. I was just stating it as a fact.
Yeah.
It's long.
No. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I can see why it's the album name. Man, fuck it. Oh, mate. Mortal dies. Like fuck me, man. Like it just it gives you the chills. It's obviously the messaging is extremely nihilistic and black pilled. And I
Disavow.
totally disagree. I totally disagree with the sentiment, but this is obviously death metal and it's badass
Yeah.
as shit.
Yeah, man. You don't
Like-
have to agree with it. Like Tom Araya doesn't.
Yeah.
He's Catholic, right? And he's like, yeah, man. It's just Slayer.
Man. Yeah, exactly. Like it's for the
Yeah.
for the aesthetics and the fucking riff. Like, I just think it's a sick closer, and I think it's thematically obviously appropriate. Like the last thing said is mortal dies, everything fades away. And it's like then the song fucking ends, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's a good argument.
Yeah, no,
I'll
mate,
listen to it again.
sick shit. And I think it's a perfect ending.
I just like
I can
things.
see why they placed it. I feel like they have an interesting album structure, and they had to place it at the end. They had to place Mortal at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be interested
Good
to hear how they wrote it because it's very well structured. So I'd be interested to hear how what the writing process was. If they just wrote a bunch of songs and threw them together, or
That'd be very well structured if it did that.
Yeah. But I thought I'd really want to see him live because
Yeah, man. Fuck.
that to me sounds like if you saw it live, it'd be fucking
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It'd blow your asshole out. Boys.
yeah.
Fuck's sake.
So
So if we're ever allowed to go back to gigs ever again,
make sure you take your vaccine before you go, lads.
I'm probably exempt. Actually, I probably can't take it. Because actually, I probably shouldn't say why. But yeah, I don't.
Pussy
I
has
think there's a
AIDS.
good argument. Yeah, I do.
Right. Anyway, lads, round up. How
Round
many
up.
bold nonces you giving it?
Ooh.
oh yeah, look, we got to just remind everyone that the lower the number of bold nonces, the better it is because you don't want bold nonces.
They're bad. They're not a good thing.
So I'll give it 2 bold nonces.
Two bold nonces.
2 bold nonces, mate. It's not my favourite album, but it's definitely a good album. And yeah, 2 bold nonces, man. They're pretty solid. It won't be for me. It's not a 1 bold nonce.
I think the lowest you can go is no bold nonces.
No bold
Yeah,
nonces is lowest. Yeah.
None is perfect.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
landscape.
perfect score.
No bold nonsense in your town. Good shit.
So I have to do
What,
5
do you
bold
disagree,
nonces.
shitbag?
Oh, 5 bold nonces is 5 in
Shitbag City.
it, mate.
Okay.
No, 2 bold nonces from me, my friends.
Nice.
Yeah.
solid.
One.
One bold nonce.
Man, I really like this album.
It's a good album.
It's very good.
I hope it's obvious. I think it's obvious that I really like this album.
You have been giving it a gushing review for the past 20
Yeah.
minutes. So.
Yeah, I've literally,
Yeah.
your cream has managed to flow down from,
Hammerhead Lake.
Yeah. Sorry about
and
that.
the river Avon is thick with your children right now.
I think I'm going to get myself a. I live on the Avon.
I know. We live on river. I didn't want to give our fucking location.
You just said
Shitbag City.
a minute ago.
Yes, but
Shitbag City.
it's big.
River Avon.
We live right by it.
Oh my god. Right. I'm going to give it 1.5 bold nonces. And I'm only giving it the half because I want to give myself wiggle room later on if there's something like, oh,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
can't. You know, like it would be maybe 1 bold nonce or less, but 1.5. It's very good, very solid album. It's one of my favourite ones of the year. But I don't
You
want to.
can't go too far.
I don't want to put myself in a corner.
Yeah,
No.
because we've not reviewed Sadist Season of Silence yet.
So yeah,
Right.
very good. What was yours?
So-
2 bold nonces.
2 bold nonces, 1 World Cup. That'd be done, mate.
2 bold nonces, 1 bold nonce, 1.5 bold nonce.
I think that's a pretty good fucking.
yeah,
rating.
averages out to 1.5 bold nonces. I think.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a favourite now as that's going on. So I appreciate
Yes.
the suggestion.
Necrot Mortal, 1.5 bold nonces. DMDS certified.
Have we done album art review, or would you like Shitbag's Corner?
I'd like to go to Shitbag's Corner.